Using a 5/16 inch open-end wrench or socket, loosen the 3 screws on the rear of the unit which retain the back panel and right side panel. Pull the side panel away from the stove body, slide forward and pull the panel away from the stove. Using a 5/16 open-end or socket wrench, remove the 4 screws on the exhaust outlet cover plate and the intake cover plate. Remove both cover plates and set aside. Using the same 5/16 open-end wrench or socket, loosen but do not remove the 3 screws on the left side of the back panel. Slide the back panel towards the left side of the stove, then pull the panel away from the back of the unit. The auger motor is located at the rear center of the unit, directly above the combustion air intake tube. Disconnect the auger motor from the wiring harness. Loosen the 2 Allen screws on either side of the cast iron collar with a 1/8 inch Allen wrench. Slide the auger assembly out of the feed tube until the Allen screw holding the auger to the steel auger mounting collar is visible. Loosen the top Allen head screw on the steel mounting collar with a 1/8 inch Allen wrench. Slide the auger motor and cast iron mounting collar off the feed tube assembly and remove from the stove. If you ever need to remove the auger itself, it can be removed at this time. With the assembly removed from the stove, loosen and remove the 4 bolts which hold the cast iron mounting collar to the auger motor using a 5/16 inch open-end wrench or socket. Replace the old non-functioning unit with a new auger motor. Reverse the process to reassemble. Slide the auger back into the feed tube and fasten the auger to the steel coupler on the new auger motor using a 1/8 inch Allen wrench. Slide the assembly all the way into the feed tube and tighten with 2 Allen screws on the cast iron mounting collar using a 1/8 inch Allen wrench. Reattach the wiring harness to the auger motor. Remember, the auger motor wires are not polarity specific, so it does not matter which wire is installed on which terminal. Slide the back panel underneath the loosened left panel screws, then underneath the loosened right side panel screws. Reinstall the right side panel onto the stove by first sliding the key slots on the front of the side panel and then slipping the side panel underneath the loosened screws on the rear of the unit. Using a 5/16 inch open-end wrench or socket, reinstall the 4 screws on the exhaust outlet cover plate and the intake cover plate.